on the record. Maybe, but then these punk ass monkey get clever and end up playing with themselves. Why they think they so much better? Bet you these factor ones start acting like grown men instead of peeling the holes with those wax style. While they hit like a bomb in those man. City rhyme, the city's 10, only 10 toes, and they keeping the vibe, and so they close. They haven't told ya, they nose touching the ground all day, and you don't see it cause you pose all day. None of these fucking pricks will fold, and they say nothing at all. That's how we beat in society, and if you think too much you're gonna fall. So they don't fucking trash, I know better. Trying to act like you're clever, empty out in the prior end. Thanks to Doom is one of the few that can open your mind and make you feel the realer type of vibe like Dilla. Yo, and you don't see it cause you pose all day. None of these fucking pricks will fold, and they say wake up and don't sleep. And you don't see it cause you pose all day. None of these fucking pricks will fold, and they say wake up and don't sleep. Wake up and don't sleep. Wake up and don't, wake up and don't, wake up and don't sleep.
Wake up and don't sleep. Let's abolish the weak. Wake up and don't sleep. Let's abolish the weak. Yeah. Now I can pop off about pussy and dope all day, yeah, causing clothes the whole goddamn shebang. But that's not the way us gods do. That's not what gods do. No, that's definitely the wrongest way to express oneself. And don't promote your wealth unless you plan to lose it. Please pay attention to this music and how you use it, homie. Your daughter might catch a bad influence. Homegirl, your boy might grow up abusive. And I'm talking to these music heads who be pushing this whack ass crack to our kids, all up in our kids' heads like some sort of perverted Pied Piper. Beware, cause my lyrics is like a bullet, and I just might snipe it and take all you coons correctly out the game. So speak it, like God MC Declaime. Another message from some Mothership Connect game. Like I said before, if you rap about money, you a lame and you a whore. Materialistic bullshit, you need to learn and listen to Gangstar's full clip. Keep that wordy line, elevating about the dirt. Wake up and don't sleep, even if it hurts the worst. Wake up and don't sleep, let's abolish the weak, eradicate and bury deep. Wake up and don't sleep, let's abolish the weak, eradicate and bury deep. Wake up and don't sleep, let's abolish the weak, eradicate and bury deep. Wake up and don't sleep. 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 Let's eradicate and bury deep. Bury deep. Abolish the weak.
I wanna be a motherfucking hustler.
Thugs on this side, let's do it, die to the death like the terminal ill taking their last breath.
Bash any contender when I enter in the center. I'm into this life, my agenda to keep it real like Fife and Bend the mentor. Bending faster than Bender, sending to the rhyme inventor. I learned that people die so fast, I'm quick to feel engender. Lee making love to people with my rhymer. No need for piece of paper. I break the next line that will make you scream and see what's in her. I capital B-U-S-D. See, that's my name itself, Declaime MC. Real name is JD. I'm free to say it's me. Whatever I want, so let me bring you to this new type of funk and see the fact that whack are great in mind of most population has created a fucked up situation. If tension spin worse than a child on Facebook, a couple of hundred dies and I like, then I feel bad. Then I go to McDonald's and hit a dab. Fuck it, it took me so much and I'm glad. Walking and feel sad when you see this red fluid on your hand. To live with that you gotta be mad, so let it be. Searching for you and me. First of all, what's the meaning of all those stupid shit I see? I'm searching for clues. Listen while I use you. Listen while I use you, fool.
rust. I love you so much, I'm crazy for this Dutch. I love you so much, but I feel freaking bad, cause I keep seeing you changing for all those things you had. I love you so much, gave you attention, gave you some times, went right over my own vision, living and letting everything falling away from me. Listen, thank you for this life, but I'm trying to build this last part of me. Once again, my friend. Crazy on my mind. Once again, my friend. Crazy on my mind. You never know, the subject is tomorrow. The question is the answer, and the answer to the sorrow. Listening to Do Me Lazy, these I borrow. Letting all those negative vibes out of your mind. Just live this life, bro. Smile cause I'm alive and forget this sickness. This is a life in line in mind, like Tribe Called Quest. I love the rhymes. I love you hip hop, but it is time for me to say what's in between the line. This is why I'm here today, it saved my life. It's a lot more important than any material shit that you can find. Fight the passion, the feeling, the goosebumps you get when your time is right. The beat high with your heart and your brain high. The feeling you get everything you live is vain, but still having this thought that it will never be the same. The feeling you get everything you live is vain, but still having this thought that it will never be the same. Once again, my friend. Crazy on my mind. Once again, my friend. Crazy on my mind.
The beat is sicker than the blood in your stool. The way it repeats can trick you like a stuttering fool.
Alexa, I'm not cut to you anymore.
The way it repeats can trick you like a stuttering fool.
You intend me to be my own Last Supper?
Yes.
How does one politely refuse a dish in circumstances such as these?
One doesn't.
They need to rap beyond Bobby, bro. Get some credentials affiliated with Placebo. Hope you kept the receipt. I freaked out when I heard the plastic shit they call heat. Who praised them that much? When they prostitute the stupid style, sitting on each other's crutch. It's fucked. Heard those beat about 100 times, but I haven't heard a single shit about you, man. Is that fun? First and foremost, I host the style in my own way. Akira keeping the beat flying the fucking cocaine. And 36 chambers in my own brain. Sling thought of still singing on the vault full of rhymes. I came and changed my own mind, trying to calm and make the lame feel like, oh, it's time. Make you think about what you think when you're thinking, but in the blink of an eye it's too late. I'm saying you forgot. Graffiti, b-boy, DJing, and MC, and no one can ever stop it. We perpetrate, never wasting no time. Putting the shit to work on the 1-2. While most rappers cave and spit a new style, cause they whack through. I smack through, but fine, I won't be bragging. I won't be wasting no energy on some fake thugs or some fool. Call it this a prodigy, fucking with the style.
Have the average MC say, give me a sick day.
Stand clear, gather your stuff and get your queer ass out. Rhymes like Domo Madly, won't be waiting on no time out. Study the art, the culture to rhyme about. So much to learn, can't understand or figure out. Bigger than any organization you could be facing or wasting your imagination with life you hating. Fuck faking, stupid shit I'm making. Do it like this, iBust, Akira.
Concerning this whole terrorism thing, there are some misnomers at large. One of them is domestic terrorism. When they talk about domestic terrorism, they often cite the Oklahoma City bombing. But that wasn't terrorism. Terrorism involves a series of acts intended to put a civilian population in a state of panic, fear, and uncertainty in order to achieve some political goal. Oklahoma City wasn't terrorism. It was payback, revenge, Timothy McVeigh wanted to punish the federal government for what it did at Waco and Ruby Ridge. Revenge, not terrorism. Another one, terrorism expert. Television news channels will often present some guest they identify as a terrorism expert. But you can take one look at him and see that he's clearly not a terrorism expert. He's a guy in a suit who obviously works in an office. And I say he's not a terrorism expert. You want to know who's a terrorism expert? Osama bin Laden, Ayman al-Zawahiri, the people they hang around with. Those are the terrorism experts. Has this guy in the suit ever blown anyone up? No. So why is he a terrorism expert? I'm sure the TV people would say, well, because he's made a study of terrorism. Ah, I see. So really he's an expert in the study of terrorism, the subject of terrorism. But can he make a suicide vest? Fuck no. And if he can, he should make one, put it on, and press the button. Then he'll be a real terrorism expert, like those people he now only reads about. Here's another one, suicide bomber. Nuh-uh. Sorry to disagree. It's anything but suicide. A person who commits suicide is someone who places no value on his life. My life is worthless. I'm going to end it. These so-called suicide bombers don't feel that way. They feel their lives are worth something, and that by giving them up, they make a statement to the world, furthering a cause they believe in deeply. In their eyes, their lives, when sacrificed, have value. And by the way, the suicide bombers themselves don't call it that. In a stunning example of euphemism, they call it a sacred explosion. Holy smoke. Then there's Bush's version, homicide bombers. And in spite of what Bush has been ordered to say, they're not homicide bombers. All bombings are intended to kill people, to produce homicides. Anyone who packs a bomb with nails and bits of steel and sets it off in a public place is hoping to commit homicide. This is true of any bomb. Whether you drop it out of an airplane or leave it on a doorstep, you're hoping to kill people. That's the purpose, killing people. In the case of these so-called suicide bombs, what's different is that the people setting them off are intentionally ending their own lives in the process. That's why we confuse the act with suicide. Human shields. During bombing raids in Iraq, the media like to say that Saddam Hussein used people as human shields. That's not accurate. Although it's true they were used as shields, the fact is they were humans already. So if these humans were used as shields, they were human shields. They weren't being used as human shields. Got that? Bush calls the Al-Qaeda people cowards and says they like to hide. Well, isn't that what the American Continental Army did during the American Revolution? Our beloved patriots? They hid. They hid behind trees. They came out, killed some British soldiers, and ran away. Just like Al-Qaeda. That's what you do when you're outnumbered and have less firepower than the enemy. It's called trying to win. It's not cowardly. Bill Maher may have stretched the point a bit when he said that Air Force pilots who release their bombs from hundreds of miles away are cowards. Seems to me flying combat jets doesn't attract many cowards, but it's not nearly as courageous an act as deliberately strapping a bomb to your chest and heading for the disco with no intention of dancing. I will say this. Getting out of the Vietnam War through daddy's connections and then not living up to your end of the bargain is probably a form of cowardice.
lyrics, wrap the rhymes on the fucking gimmicks. Get my pics when I'm mixing bricks, can't even think about this. I'm flipping rhymes and lyrics, wrap the rhymes on the fucking gimmicks. I'm flipping rhymes and lyrics, wrap the rhymes on the fucking gimmicks. I'm flipping rhymes and lyrics, wrap the rhymes on the fucking gimmicks. I'm flipping rhymes and lyrics, wrap the rhymes on the fucking gimmicks. You like this, yo? It's time to live, yo. It's like this, yo. It's time to live, yo.
There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else. But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they use to beat you over the head with all day long, where they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy. The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. Yeah. You know? And nobody seems to notice, nobody seems to care. That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day. Because the owners of this country know the truth. It's called the American dream, because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Hey yo, what's up? Let's keep it real, son. Count this money, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Hey yo, put the grants over there in the safe, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's Benedict and Jackson's, the Washingtons go to wife. I'm saying that's what this is all about, right? Clothes, bank rolls, and hoes, you know what I'm saying? Yo, then what, man? What? Life Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we puff fly, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we get high, cause you never know when you're gonna go. Life's a bitch and then you die. That's why we puff fly.
Let me hear that shit, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed. No president should fear public scrutiny of his program, for from that scrutiny comes understanding, and from that understanding comes support or opposition, and both are necessary. I am not asking your newspapers to support an administration, but I am asking your help in the tremendous task of informing and alerting the American people. For I have complete confidence in the response and dedication of our citizens whenever they are fully informed. I not only could not stifle controversy among your readers, I welcome it. This administration intends to be candid about its errors. For as a wise man once said, an error doesn't become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. We intend to accept full responsibility for our errors, and we expect you to point them out when we miss them. Without debate, without criticism, no administration and no country can succeed, and no republic can survive. That is why the Athenian lawmaker Solon decreed it a crime for any citizen to shrink from controversy. And that is why our press was protected by the First Amendment, the only business in America specifically protected by the Constitution, not primarily to amuse and entertain, not to emphasize the trivial and the sentimental, not to simply give the public what it wants, but to inform, to arouse, to reflect, to state our dangers and our opportunities, to indicate our crises and our choices, to lead, mold, educate, and sometimes even anger public opinion. This means greater coverage and analysis of international news, for it is no longer far away and foreign, but close at hand and local. It means greater attention to improved understanding of the news, as well as improved transmission. And it means, finally, that government at all levels must meet its obligation to provide you with the fullest possible information outside the narrowest limits of national security. So it is to the printing press, to the recorder of man's deeds, the keeper of his conscience, the courier of his news, that we look for strength and assistance, confident that with your help, man will be what he was born to be, free and independent.
And sometime in your life, you will have occasion to say, what is this thing called time? You know, what is that? The clock, you go to work by the clock, you get your martini in the afternoon by the clock, and you have your coffee by the clock, and it goes, oh, no. And then one day you look in the mirror, you say, where did time go? We'll leave you with that one.
I like to do blues as a reflection on a period past and present, and it deals with the different aspects of life, you know, the good, the bad, the positive, the negative, the dull, the exciting, you know, the whole thing, the tension, the calm. When I think of music in totality, complete, you know, like from the lowest blues to the highest symphony.